Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of tension or stress to slowly but surely feel like they're leaving your body every time you breathe out. Breathing in a wonderful feeling of resourceful relaxation and noticing where tension exists in your body. Maybe the tiny muscles in the forehead, the neck or the jaw, the eyelids. And give permission to let go of that tension. Right here, right now, it's not needed. And you can position your body in a way where all muscles can relax. As you breathe in, imagine breathing whatever resource you need right now. And sometimes that's strength, emotional strength, mental strength, even physical strength. Or maybe it's gratitude. One of the most powerful ways to feel grateful is comparison. Not everyone is as fortunate as you. And every time you see someone with less capabilities, less resources, less opportunities, isn't there an opportunity to feel a wonderful feeling of gratitude that you have something valuable? As you breathe in and breathe out, just create a mental image of those that you love the most. Breathe in and breathe out and get the sense that there are some things infinitely more important than everything else. And wouldn't it be a shame to allow the fly to spoil the ointment when there are such wonderful things? I want you to imagine you've got the capability to protect what's valuable at all costs. And think about what made it so valuable. Your values, your intentions, your decisions, actions, conscious or unconscious. And sometimes these valuable things can be delicate. And I want you to get a sense that if in the past those valuable, delicate things have been affected by dealing with something else, perhaps far away, then there's a feedback loop. That you need a boundary to keep those things safe. And maybe that boundary is perspective. And maybe you've been perceiving someone else's behavior to be unfair, unjust, perhaps even cruel. And anyone perceiving it in that way might feel bitter, angry, resentful. But what if that's a poison that you're drinking that could negatively affect those things that you value the most? In which case, the boundary must be to stop you consuming the poison that could affect you and that which you value the most. And perhaps one antidote is to assume not negligence, not cruelty, but simply incompetence. Many times in the past you've got angry when someone accidentally knocked you or caused harm, but it was an accident. And all too often the instinct is to perceive a malicious intent even when there is none, simply because the pain is real. But what if the malicious intent isn't there? And even if it is, if it leads to a poison that harms that which you value the most, it's still more useful to perceive it to be the incompetence that comes from a lifetime of avoiding responsibility. Breathe in and breathe out, and I want you to imagine that you can teleport to anywhere in the world. And I want you to imagine teleporting back in time to a moment where you left a family home and perhaps someone else remained or returned. I want you to imagine that that point in time was maybe easy for someone else and difficult for you, but that difficulty was a gift. Those that will avoid responsibility, avoid risk, avoid adversity, become weak and incompetent. Those that pursue it become invincible and feel that you are unlocking an inner superhero within you. You may struggle to think of a single superhero that had an easy life. Most superheroes went through the most difficult of circumstances and found that they were way more resourceful and capable than anyone else around them. And it wasn't long before they made an important discovery that when you have the ability to be more than responsible for yourself, it comes with a sense of duty to do what you can for others. And imagine that other person that was able to avoid taking responsibility probably for a while felt privileged and easy, less bills to pay, less problems to solve. What if that was not a blessing but a curse? The curse of dependency. They say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. But what if the hand stops feeding you? As you breathe in and breathe out, get a sense that the fact that you're not dependent is something to be grateful for, because it shows your capability and responsibility. And anyone else right now, dependent on someone else, means that at some point in their life, they chose to take an easier path, but in doing so, they were stealing from their future self the ability to be capable, competent, to solve problems and get things done. Imagine not only you can teleport, but go forwards and backwards in time as you open your mind to suggestions. Allow yourself to go forwards and backwards in time to whatever is most relevant to the suggestion you hear. Because you have the strength to let go of anger, and you can see it as a signal to understand and grow, rather than a burden to carry or a poison to consume. Every interaction is a lesson, teaching you how to appreciate your own high standards and the diverse capabilities of others. You embrace the opportunity to reassess situations, and you can find freedom in reducing dependency on those who do not share your commitment to responsibility. When people show you who they are, believe them. Your inner peace grows stronger every day as you release resentment and embrace understanding and compassion. You wouldn't want to be in the shoes of that other person. And sometimes people get themselves in a hole that they can no longer climb out of. And if they can't climb out of their own hole, what chance do they have to help anyone else? Feel that you are a positive role model of positivity, inspiring others by example, showing that true strength lies in personal accountability and kindness. Your kindness is your generosity, not a weakness. And in those moments of frustration, you find clarity and calm, recognizing these as opportunities to demonstrate leadership and empathy. You can take pride in your ability to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to reinforce your values without needing to project them on anyone else. Your sense of responsibility extends beyond yourself, offering support and guidance to those around you, enriching their lives and yours. You can see the value in every experience, letting go of bitterness to make room for wisdom and growth. And sometimes other people can be jealous of intelligence, responsibility, or capabilities they do not possess themselves. But allow your actions and attitudes to set a powerful example, encouraging those who look up to you to embrace their own journey of personal responsibility. I want you to imagine the beliefs and values that children could start to adopt, seeing a parental figure not be able to solve the simplest of problems, not willing to take responsibility, and contrast that with the responsibilities that you're demonstrating. You are doing something that will leave a powerful legacy that will ripple through future generations. Start to believe that detachment from anger and resentment comes naturally to you as you focus on building bridges of understanding and cooperation, as you find solace in the knowledge that your journey of responsibility is not only for yourself, but serves as a map, a guidepost, directions for others. Embracing the challenges and lessons of the past, you move forward with an open heart, ready to contribute positively to the world around you. You are building strong boundaries to protect what's valuable. And you can feel that one of your superpowers is your resilience, allowing you to gracefully detach from negativity and focus on your path of personal evolution. What if this is just another part of your story that enables you to be even more responsible and capable than you were before? Because you are grateful for your journey, knowing that every obstacle has contributed to your remarkable strength and sense of responsibility. If you can take responsibility for yourself, your family, and even those very far away, what does that say about you? Your sphere of influence, your ability to impact the world. Your commitment to taking responsibility is unwavering, empowering you to overcome any bitterness and focus on what truly matters. And what truly matters now is helping those who can't help themselves. You lead with kindness and understanding, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and connection. And what if one of those things to understand is simply that not everyone is as capable as you? And maybe that will unlock even more gratitude, even more sense of personal responsibility. What you have is a blessing. And perhaps the moments of the past that felt unfair were exactly what you needed to take you to this point in time where suddenly you realized just how valuable it all was. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel like you're returning to the present space, the present time. But perhaps with a new sense of self, stronger boundaries, and a deep sense of gratitude for the superpowers that you possess. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Connect fully with the present moment. As I now count from 1 to 10, where you will fully awake, feeling alert, connected, fully in the moment, but with a sense of letting go of the past, bitterness, resentment, no more, and instead a wonderful feeling of gratitude and personal pride. Starting to count 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.